have new details in the shooting of two firefighters in California today. Investigators now say there are indications the fire they were responding to may have been a setup to lure them into an ambush.
Memorials are up tonight in Long Beach, where earlier this morning fire crews were called to a senior care facility with reports of an explosion and the smell of gas. SWAT teams were called in after other firefighters say they heard gunshots, some commotion. Captain Dave Rosa was killed, a 17-year veteran of that department. A second firefighter and a civilian also shot in what police say was a spray of gunfire. Tonight, we've learned police believe a resident of that facility pulled the trigger, started the fire, a senior resident there. They found a handgun at the scene, two suspicious devices. The bomb squad had to disarm. No official motive has been named yet, but investigators say the evidence and witness accounts point to an ambush. And it's that situation that fire departments across the country starting to look at more closely. In fact, here in Colorado Springs, an effort underway to get the fire department tactical gear for that very reason.
The project is called the Protect Effect, and it's calling on citizens to help our first responders. News 5's Sam Kramer speaking with both the fire department and campaign organizers today. And Sam, this shooting was definitely felt here in Colorado.
It absolutely was. That's right. The shooting offered a reminder for firefighters and their families of the threats they face every day. That's why the woman behind this campaign says it's more important than ever to protect the men and women that do the same for us every single day.
Long Beach really lost a hero today, and the entire city, as well as our fire department, is mourning the loss of someone that was very dear to our community.
With flags already at half-staff, the fallen firefighter memorial just gained another name. The loss of a firefighter 1,000 miles away, felt here at home, not just by our firefighters.
This affects everyone in America when something like this happens, and I think everyone can appreciate that that man is not going back to his family. His family is now orphaned because of a careless act of gunfire.
But their support systems too.
We leave for 24-hour shifts or longer, and we have spouses and children and moms and dads at home that are just as worried about it, if not more, than we are.
Springs firefighters tell News 5 that acts of aggression toward them, including weapons, are not a new issue. They are, however, worthy of more attention.
I believe that it's a threat worth focusing on to try to mitigate as best as possible.
An effort to do just that is already underway in Colorado Springs. It's called the Protect Effect, led by Meredith Vaughn, CEO of Vladimir Jones, because it's more than a project for her. Her husband is a firefighter.
I can imagine what that family's going through. I know that our fire department and our other first responding agencies would feel the same pain that the Long Beach Fire Department is feeling today.
She's raising money to get Springs firefighters gear similar to what Pueblo West Fire received in 2015, an effort to protect the people that work to protect us.
There's only so much city budgets can cover, and so it's up to us as citizens who rely on first responders to step to their aid when they need it.
Now, the department does teach its recruits a number of safety measures to protect themselves when responding to all alarms. But if you are interested in helping to get protective gear for the firefighters, a link to the project can be found on our News 5 app. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado. Sam Kramer, News 5.